Hey, insight number 5. So, we're going to finish off Joseph Smith History 175. I have written in my book 17, which obviously is wrong. Oh, I'm doing it again. Fixing makeup again on camera. Just don't want you to see a big black smudgy up there. I know, right? Okay. It's the heat. It's very hot here in New Zealand right now. We've got a 29, 30 degree day today. That's Celsius too, not Fahrenheit. So, kind of warm and muggy, and everything just, even my hair is just like, not fun. Anyway, we're real and we do this, and no filters, just me. Okay, so anyway, let's get to scriptures. Verse 75 of chapter, Joseph Smith's History 1, there's only one, is talking about just the times that Joseph and Oliver had, or Emma as well, and that they're all going through. And there's a really good video link for last week's Come Follow Me and this week's Come Follow Me links to like a really good video. So that's under the extra and the digital. So have a look at that. I think it's about half an hour long. Totally worth a watch though. It was really entertaining. My husband and I watched it and didn't notice that it was half an hour long. So maybe sort of for kids over the age of sort of 8 though. Younger kids probably not, but try, you can always try. Give them a book to read, sit down, watch it. Help you understand what was going on and give you a feel for how it was too. Oh, there we go again. Oh, what the heck, something's not dry. Anyway, right, verse 75, let's get to it. It says, we had been threatened with being mobbed from time to time, and this too by professors of religion. So this wasn't just like angry yokels, just, these were professors of religion. These were educated people. We're threatening them. So not just like, icky people on the street kind of thing. No, these were some big pressures. And their intentions of mobbing us were only counteracted by the influence of my father's family under Divine Providence. Now, underline the under Divine Providence, who had become very friendly to me and who were opposed to mobs. Because you remember that his father-in-law wasn't a big fan of Joseph, and they got married without his permission. So, big deal on that day, right? And props to the minister who married them without the permission of Emma's dad. Not that he was like opposed, but he wasn't in agreement either. So you can see here he's become friendly, and even though he doesn't really still agree exactly with what Joseph's doing and doesn't see it, he's opposed to mob mentality, which is awesome, because you don't need to be totally into a particular thing to defend it, because they have the right to do it, right? So I might not be part of LGBTQ community, but I will totally defend them. So yeah, it's all good. Anyway, go on. So they're opposed to mobs and were willing that I should be allowed to continue the work of translation without interruption, and therefore offered and promised us protection from all unlawful proceedings as far as in them lay. So they were standing as protectors. They were like, because you've got professors of religion trying to talk people into a mob mentality, and then you've got this group saying no, especially Isaac Hale saying no. So even though he wasn't a fan of what Joseph was doing, he didn't know the Book of Mormon was true. He was still saying, you have a right to do this, and the mob coming in and doing that is not okay. So we can still defend something even if we don't necessarily see it or believe it or understand it. They have the right to do it. We can defend their right to do it. Okay? All right. But the divine providence is the thing, because this happened over and over for Joseph. The divine providence entered his life, and divine providence, the Lord counteracts the darkness. So every time darkness grows or culminates, because, obviously Satan does not want this happening. He does not want them translating the plates. So he's trying to get under people's skin and telling them there's a gold Bible and they can get rich if they can get it, and that Joseph's doing evil things and talking to like demons, and a lot of garbage, a lot of just scuttlebutt, brain scuttlebutt, horrible stuff. And just trying to get people to go against him. So every time that kind of darkness grows or culminates, the Lord sends angels on both sides of the veil to counteract the darkness. And in this case, his father-in-law was one of those angels, and there was angels probably on the other side of the veil doing it as well, helping people to be really nice and helpful. And so if you're feeling that you're being completely like enveloped in darkness for something like this, or even just feel, there's light there, there's good people to help you, there's angels that are both sides of the veil, whether they're angelic or whether they're people, you can see them. It might be the dog that comes to see you, that can be an angel too. Animals can be angels. It's whoever's going to help you, whatever's going to help you. And people or animals. But they come in acts of divine providence. So it's divine. They're heaven sent and they're here to help you. They're heavenly abundant goodness to carry us through. So Elder Uchtdorf, he said, darkness cannot stand before the brilliant light of the Son of the living God. And that's so true. Jesus Christ and his light is going to dispel all the darkness. So if you can do that, then you'll get darkness. The darkness will disappear. Now, the picture behind me up here, that one that you've seen before, says carry the light of Christ. And that's part of dispelling the darkness. And that's a whole different story that I've told before. Are you watching this and you're interested? Let me know, because I'll do a little recording of it. I'll see if you guys actually watch these. Okay, so that's it for this week. Look at Divine Providence. Think of the angels that have helped you. Think of being the angel and going out and ministering, and who's been kept in your, who's been put into your care, entrusted to your care. Think about how you can have doubt. Are you a fellow servant? There's a lot of good things to think about this week in the readings. And definitely go to your Come Follow Me manual. This is good stuff. And, the picture for this week. Didn't show that either. It's pretty cool. Oh, we got the light in it again. There we go. And the reflection of the window. But you get the idea. Yeah. So that's up in our lounge. We like to do that. Okay. Well, that's it for the week. I'll see you next week. Next week is Doctrine and Covenants 14 through 17. And the Melchizedek priesthood enters in, and you get to see Peter, James, and John. And, yeah. The Whitmer family. I think that's the Whitmer family. Are we covering the Melchizedek priesthood? Maybe not. Maybe that's a bit later. I thought that was next week. I might be wrong. But anyway, the Whitmer family comes in next week, and they're another awesome family like the Knight family. Okay, guys. See you then.